Good morning. We will talk about Walmart. So this is my partner. I'm Washington.
My name is Zhu Haoban.
My name is Chen Xinwang.
My name is Huan Junmo.
So this is our content. Background pastel, cultural change in Germany, microeconomic analysis in the United and Germany, and microeconomical effective different culture, recommendation and conclusion. So this is Walmart background. So Walmart is an American multinational retail corporation. So Walmart has 11,503 stores and clubs in 27 countries in 2020. Its revenue reaches $514,405 billion. Its operation in Canada, UK, USA, and China are highly successful, but failed in Germany and South Korea.
I will talk about the pastel. Firstly, I will talk about the political difference between the American and the Germany. The American has faced international criticism for its interventionist politics in some parts of the world. Compared with the American, Germany has maintained a good alliance with other countries since 1990. While Germany is widely regarded as one of the American closest allies in Europe. Recent study suggests that their relationship is facing some challenges, and this is example for their better relationships. And next is economy front. I will talk about the GDP of both countries. The American is worth largest economy in terms of nominal GDP. The American economy is 8.26 trillion, while Germany is 2.16 trillion. Therefore, the total economic value of the two countries is quite different. But the difference in GDP is very small. It's about 30,363, and another is 26,324. And next is thirdly, I will compare social and cultural difference. The American is a diverse country with almost 1 in the Americans expected to be of Africa, Asia, or Native American descent by 2020. But Germany diversity is religious, with 34% identifying themselves as Protestant and 34% as Catholic, and then have 3.7% is Muslim. About 28.3% of people have no religious belief. They also have a lot of in common. Their countries have large populations, and their populations are very old, especially in terms of labor supply. And next, I will talk about the difference in science and technology between two countries. The American make their production process move to other countries, but Germany is developing technology in its own country. In order to close the technology gap with other countries, the Germany government has set about 3 billion euros for the research and development of AI technology in 2025. And then I will talk about the environment, the great diversity of geography, climate, and wildlife in America attracts many tourists to the country. But in Germany, tourists are attracted mainly by history and culture. However, America and Germany also face some environmental challenges. For example, the American fire and Germany also have trouble for global warming. Finally, is legal environment for the two countries. Both countries treat their employees well, and both insist on equal treatment for their nationals and foreigners. Every state in the American has its own government structure and legal system. In Germany, there is usually no difference between Germany and foreign nationals when it comes to investing and setting up companies.
So this use the Horsford chart to use in the challenging culture in Germany. So I use the 3 points to analyze. First one is uncertainty avoidance. In US, Walmart may monitor in the performance of staff on employee and report any wrongdoing, but German is different. The other thing is that Germans don't like to serve customers with a smile, which makes them feel uncomfortable and it makes them feel stressed. This is power. The second point is power distance. Power distance make more inequality, so the less powerful people depend on the powerful people. Hence, in case of Germany, people tends to work in clusters to achieve targets. But American strategy of power distance through decision making cause making Germany don't feel freedom. Individualism. German tends to work in groups to achieve goals. But Walmart is not suited to a team environment basis. Walmart forces employees to use English as a official language. This way make a big problem is communication barriers with local people. Last one is inappropriate leadership approach. From the Peter King has criticism autocratic leadership because of its characteristics that status to be more stiff and rigid to be followed in an organization with critical culture issues. According to the Javid, American management of Walmart in German was not based on participative style. So this is Walmart challenge in German.
presentation, I will emphasize the cultural difference faced by Walmart in Germany. Firstly, I will compare American culture and German culture based on hosted file dimensions. The figure shows the comparison between the two cultures based on hosted framework based on this theory. Walmart will face three major cultural differences in Germany. Example, high uncertainty avoidance. High long-term originalization and lower indulgence, and compared to the American, German culture has high uncertainty avoidance. German people tend to conduct systematic overview and pay much attention to details. Also, German employers prefer to avoid certainty by relying on expertise. Also, German country has high long-term originalization. It means that it has a pragmatical culture. German people believe that truth depends on context and time. They can adapt to the changed conditions easily and have strong willingness to sell and invest. Also, German culture has a much lower index in indulgence. It means that the German culture is restrained in culture. German people have a tendency to promise and put little emphasis on leisure time. Typically, they believe that indulging in themselves is somewhat wrong. Next, I will use Schwartz culture model to compare American culture and German culture. Based on Schwartz culture theory, there are three pairs of cultural values. Example, embeddedness versus autonomy, mastery versus harmony, and hierarchy versus equals. According to the theory, Walmart will face three cultural ensure in German due to the difference between the national cultures. The first culture is that German has embeddedness culture, while the United States has autonomy culture. Embeddedness focuses on sustaining social orders, avoiding change, and retaining traditional, compared to Americans who have control over their truth. German people tend to value compared to Americans who have control over their truth. German people tend to value obedience, traditional, and security. They consider others and share rules. The second cultural ensure is that German has harmony culture, while the United States has mastery culture. Due to this cultural difference, German people accept their place instead of pressure self-improvement. Also, they put greater emphasis on the group than on the individual. By conversion, Americans value more independence, ambition, and courage. Moreover, Walmart will face no issue related to hierarchy versus egalitarianism. This is because both cultures focus on egalitarianism, and both German and the United States people are considered equal and expected to show concern for others. Therefore, Walmart will face no conflict in this cultural value.
My name is Yu Haobai. Today, my topic is how did the different culture and market environment from the American and Germany affect Walmart company. Firstly, let's will to talk about the culture between the American and Germany. As we know, the Walmart was published in American. These countries is more care about savers, so that help the customer to save the money to order to the better where they might track it. The Walmart is an American company who like to hear the American people to manage their outlets, who were managing to free the outlet using traditional business model. Similar situation applies even when they open an outlet in different culture. German culture from the Walmart. The German customer tend to prefer more freedom food according to their hobby, the culture. The Walmart has a tremendous employer liquidity on their job present. Macro environment effect of the Walmart when the Walmart opened the location outlet in the relatively smaller city or the town toward applies economic pressure the local story some who were the tracked the same audience from the effect close down of the local store and the increase of the employee the salaries. The American customers are not outside the Walmart American business model as they have the expected the Walmart and its conquered in the German market by offloading in 85 outside to their local competitor such as Metro. Recommendation: the Walmart operate in German, but using American employer and the American employer are hired more mobile. I have the three suggestions. The first one, the Walmart has reduced the employee mobility. The second, the Walmart use a local employer. Finally, the Walmart should change its Walmart business model to suit different culture. In conclusion, it is a common mistake to be made by the foreign companies when they don't not research the market background of the putting themselves in a foreign market. The lack of the research on the local spend the hobby and its culture, the background will definitely the need to fail. And culture, the background are the diverse, so such your company, the business model and management. This is my group, the reference. Thank you everyone listening my group to talk about.